All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Thrustmaster T598. This is kind of a review in progress, so to speak, just due to the fact that like this wheel's kind of it's complicated. Now, obviously, this wheel's pretty brand new. It just came out a month ago on the 19th of October. We are basically literally a month from the launch date now on October, or no, wait, what is today? No, November 9th. So we're almost a whole month. So it's kind of complicated, my friends. It is definitely one of those things where the Thrustmaster T598 absolutely needs to have the software and everything programmed into these games for it to fully come alive and fully take advantage of the systems and software. Now, I am giving Thrustmaster the benefit of the doubt. To be completely honest with you guys, I do feel like as time goes, this wheel's going to mature, just like the True Force for Logitech matured, the Fanatec systems have matured, even Thrustmaster's own previous wheelbases. They all tend to mature over time and get up and running. I would have liked to honestly seen more support for this wheel at launch from more games, but as I go through each and every one of these games that I have been testing for this wheel, and a lot of them not having support for it. I mean, there are features that do take it, like the gear jolt and stuff like that. That feels pretty cool. There are other features that this wheel is kind of taking advantage of, but for the most part, everything that Thrustmaster has said, you know, like harmony and all of these other things, I'm just not getting any of that. Now, I did test it over on the PlayStation 5 mostly because I could not get the wheel to recognize on my PC, and the only way to do that, my friends, my wheel came with firmware 1.83, so in order to get it working, you have to download the My Thrustmaster panel, and you have to download it through the Microsoft App Store. Because if you just download the My Thrustmaster panel on the internet and you just download it from Thrustmaster's website, sadly it did not work. But when I downloaded it from the Microsoft App Store, it worked immediately. It worked perfectly, no problems, no issues, nothing. So I was like, wow, that's quite interesting. Maybe Microsoft really is trying to push us to having to use the App Store. Me personally, I don't really care. It is what it is. It would keep everything nice and organized for me. I would know exactly where to go and get my programs. So I am perfectly on board with that. So yeah, as far as that goes, yeah, guys, you got to download that app. Then you get on there. You update your wheelbase, you hold the L3 and the settings button, and you'll be able to get in there. You just kind of hold those during the update or whatever, and it worked just fine for me. Now, some of the games that do feel good on this to me, Gran Turismo feels pretty dang good. EA Sports WRC feels pretty decent on it. Assetto Corsa Competizione. Now, it feels terrible on the PlayStation version. But when I play it on PC, it's definitely better, not significantly better, definitely not programmed for this wheel setup, but it does feel better over on the PC platform, whereas the PlayStation just does not feel that great. And that's a big one, man. That's a big game. And then I go over to, on the PC, I'm testing games like Automobilista 2. Automobilista 2 feels pretty dang good. Like I'm pretty satisfied with that. Hopefully it gets more updated, but curbs are feeling pretty good on that. Driving's feeling pretty good. Shifting, turning, cornering, force feedback, all of that stuff's feeling pretty decent on there. Definitely a little bit light on like the overall, like how the traction and stuff feels. That's one main thing, a theme across this whole wheelbase, is that needs to get updated so that we can actually feel like when we're on the edge and stuff. I feel like that's supposed to be a part of the harmony, and I'm not feeling that, and I want to feel that. I'm sitting there, you know, driving with the hypercar wheel rim. I'm like, dang, this thing feels incredible. Then when I get over to games like Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, that game is probably one of the ones that actually feel the best on this wheel setup. Especially with the hypercar wheel, man. I'm sitting there, I'm driving my Ford GT90, GT40, yeah, GT90. So, and that just felt incredible. Like I'm feeling very, very good on that game. Like I like that when I hit curbs and stuff. I feel pretty good. I can feel my traction, all of that stuff. That game actually feels pretty dang good. So I'm really hoping the KT Racing will continue to update. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know about this, because I tried EA or WRC Generations, and that game just felt terrible. I was like, are you kidding me, man? This feels very bad. So it's a mixed bag for the Thrustmaster T9 or T598, guys. It's definitely a mixed bag. Obviously, there's new technology in this wheelbase that some of the developers are probably just not even trying to support yet, or who knows what they're doing. Is like, just if you're buying the T598, make sure you're on their Twitter pages for these developers saying, hey man, I want support, because racing games, they have long legs, man. Those games last for a very long time. I myself go back to games that were built on the PlayStation 4 generation. I still go back playing my old games. Now, I'm still not 100% done testing, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys. The full review, like the full-on review, will have gameplay, it will have some settings and some stuff like that. But like right now, I just wanted to let you guys know that it is kind of a mixed bag. I've been able to actually race in every game that I've tried playing, so it does work. It does actually have compatibility. I haven't found one game yet that I haven't been able to use it. Some of them feel great. Some of them feel good. One of them feels great. Like I said, Test Drive Solar Unlimited Crown feels great. Mostly everything feels good, but then some of them actually do not feel that great at all. I've still got Forza Motorsport I got to test. I still got to do some driving around in, gosh, dang it. The Crew Motorfest. I've still got some games that I need to test, so it's still going to be a little while longer. Hopefully I can get my review out in the next couple of days, but there's only so much time, and I've got the PlayStation 5 Pro that I'm still working on trying to review and do that too. So, oh man, this is an interesting one, man. Like, I absolutely love the build quality of this thing, though. I like the base. I think the build quality is awesome. As you can see, I'm rocking it on the Next Level Racing Wheel Stand 2.0, so I was able to bring down the height a little bit. Now it sits a little bit more comfortably. I definitely like this wheel stand for this. It's actually really, really good. It supports it very nicely. The other thing, playing with the sports car rim and the pedals that came with it. I do like the pedals that came with it, especially if you're not using the if you're not somebody that's going to use the clutch. The pedals are actually pretty decent. You could probably get away with using those for a while, to be completely honest with you. I mean, you don't necessarily need a load cell. Load cells do make driving just a little bit more, I would say more precise. You can be more precise with a load cell, but you don't necessarily need it to be good or fast. You'll gain like that muscle memory, and you'll be able to like drive and do things and all of that stuff, even with just a regular pedal. And I do think that the Raceline pedals are probably some of the better entry-level pedals that I've actually used. They feel pretty dang good. I've actually been swapping between the new Raceline pedals and the pedals that came with the T248, just trying to kind of feel how both of them are feeling, and kind of see which ones feel the best. I got the TLCM pedals over there on my other wheelbase. So yeah, guys, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm feeling good about the price too. $500 is absolutely an incredible price for this wheelbase. Obviously, if you want peripherals like the hypercar wheel or the Evo rim, I've been testing both of those. I've been testing the sports car rim. It's not terrible, but it definitely is probably the cheapest part of the bundle, but something that can easily be, well, not easily, can definitely be remedied if you want to buy a better wheel. Here's the thing that I will say. If you want to buy a better wheel, it is going to enhance your experience proportionately. I do feel like my Evo racing wheel for rally games is absolutely incredible. It feels good. It actually adds a little bit of flavor to the overall force feedback, at least in terms of the feels. Like when you're hitting bumps and stuff like that feels nicer than it feels on the sport car racing rim. You got more buttons, you've got better paddle shifters. You have more customizability with the Evo rim that you can buy different rims for that one too. So that one is a good one. I really do like my Evo, but then the Hypercar rim, man. Wow, this thing absolutely. So the games that I've been testing it with this, Setto Corsa Competizione, Gran Turismo 7, Automobilista 2, obviously Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. A lot of these other games are the ones that I've been using with this one. I'll tell you what, this is probably the wheel that I've been using the most, just due to the fact that it feels so good and it enhances this experience significantly over that sports car racing rim. So I definitely feel like this here should easily be on your list. This is going to be a track racer only wheel though, man. You're not going to be rallying with this thing, and you're not going to be doing some of that other stuff. This is going to be purely for that track racing stuff, or maybe your open world games or something like that. That's going to be your wheel for all of that stuff. But the Evo is definitely more versatile. So that one there is probably the one that I would recommend going for. If you're a rally driver. If you're into rally games, that's the one I recommend you pick up first. If not, if you're more of a track racer guy, this is definitely an insanely incredible wheel for this. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to get this update out for you guys. I wanted to let you guys know how I'm feeling about it, and give you guys some sort of a, time frame of when I think I'm going to be able to actually get my review out. I'm hoping to get it out by, Monday night or something like that, but I'm going to work really hard on this all day tomorrow to see if I can crank it out there. But the way things are going, guys, I'm definitely feeling more towards like, yeah, go ahead and pick this up. When it comes to like like versing the Fanatec right now, the Fanatec DD Pro, the Fanatec DD Pro is definitely ahead of this, but it's also costing more money, and this is going to get better over time. But I don't want to really get in the habit of reviewing stuff that's not there, or promises or anything like that. But I kind of have faith in Thrustmaster. I do. I absolutely do. I feel like this wheel rim or this wheelbase is actually going to be pretty dang good once all the stuff starts coming in for it. I think it's going to get better. So it's not worse than any of the other wheelbases per se, like your cheaper, like your, I don't think seriously, it's definitely not worse than like your Camus or anything like that. But like when you get in here, it just feels rough. It just kind of feels like it's right now it kind of feels like it's a generic brand direct drive wheel. That's kind of what it feels like to me. That's like it feels like another rendition of something that, like, from Camus, from sending me out something that you got to get in there. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that, because every game, even freaking like Automobilista and everything else, like, it's already, like, it recognizes the wheel. Like when I put it on there, and I all the buttons are mapped and all of that stuff. So it's definitely farther ahead than all of that other stuff where you actually have to go in and map all your buttons and stuff. This one here is actually better off than a lot of that. But yeah, in terms of compatibility, it's been compatible across the board. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I definitely can recommend this. I feel good enough about the wheel rim, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can go ahead and buy it now if you really want to, but you're going to have to wait a little while, and you're going to have to be patient for them to work out some kinks. And, if there's games, honestly, guys, if there's games that you want to know how they work and feel on this, let me know. If it's something I don't have, I would absolutely pretty much consider buying it if I can get it. To be completely honest, with some racing games you just can't get anymore. But if it's something within reason, guys, I might pick it up. I'm not doing iRacing. I might do iRacing. I might. I don't want to have to buy a whole bunch of stuff in iRacing. So that one might be one that I don't do. But anything else within reason, I might consider buying it. Just let me know in the comments section what games that you guys want to know, and see how they feel. And I'll do my very best to describe how they feel the best I can. But I will be going back. I will be testing a whole bunch of games, and I will be trying to bring you that information as soon as possible. So, All right, my friends, it's getting late. So if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.